What's happening, everybody? This is DJ, the Money Coach, coming to you live for episode 3. That's right, man. We are 3 episodes deep into this amazing new show. That's right. You're watching Dropping Dimes and Stats with DJ and Jax. So, my main man, Jax, what's going on, man? You are a pro now. We three episodes in. What are we gonna get this show off to? There's a lot to talk about. You got football, you got baseball, you got a little bit of everything, you got rankings, all this good stuff. So what are we gonna start the show with this week?
Um, I want to start off with college football rankings heading into next season.
You want to start off with college football rankings heading into next season. Okay. All right, man. Well, let's talk about it. We got a couple of big games coming up on the docket, matter of fact. We got the number one rated team, Texas, going into the U to the Ohio State. And for the first time in my memory, a number one team is going in as an underdog. What do you think about that?
I'm not an underdog. I think they're gonna beat OSU.
I guess you haven't been following the uh, the betting lines. They are going in as an underdog. Check it out. They are going in as an underdog on the bet line. And that's like the first time in probably, man, 25, 30 years that a number one team beginning of the season is going in as an underdog at a visitor's, stadium. So let's talk about these new ratings that just came out and tell me what we need to know about college football coming up. And if I'm not mistaken, college football season kicks off next weekend, matter of fact. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, man. Well, hey, man, talk to me, big guy.
Um, yeah. One thing I want to talk about to start off, they have Arizona State in the top 10 after losing their star running back, Cam Scatterbo, as he went off to the NFL draft and landed with the Giants.
Uh-huh. So what do you have a problem with that?
I just don't really see them doing anything much this year. I feel like maybe a playoff run, but not not really a top 10 team
Okay. You want to explain in depth why you say that?
because they just don't have star power anymore. Like I said, they lost their easily easily their number one player, Cam Scatterbo, to the NFL draft. So
And where did he land at?
landed to the Giants.
Okay. Is he gonna get on the playing field?
Yeah. I feel like him and Tyrone Tracy is kind of a good 1-2 punch.
Okay. So where should Arizona State be? Should they not be in the top 10 or should they be out of the top 10?
Out.
So completely out. Completely out the top 10 and completely out the top 25 ratings. Is that what you're telling me?
No, not 20, not top 25. I'll say top 15.
Top 15. Okay. All right. So what do you think about the top 10 besides Arizona State?
Um, there's a team that can replace Arizona State. It might be kind of biased, but Michigan,
Michigan.
yes.
What makes you say that? You can't
We
be can't be
just
a homer without able
we
to
just
back it up now.
got so first, obviously we got the number one recruit in this 2025 class, Bryce Underwood, as our QB. And we also just recently got 5-star running backs Savion Hitter, I think is his name. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Mm-hmm.
And we also got um Donovan McCulley, who played QB for his first part at Indiana. And
Okay.
now he's playing wide receiver for Michigan. Well, he did play a little bit of wide receiver at Indiana as well.
Okay. All right. So you're saying you want to take Michigan, currently in the preseason rankings at 14, and move them into the top 10. Now,
Yes.
who are you going to catapult them over? Because actually, ASU is rated 11th. So if you look at the current preseason college top 25 AP poll, it's Texas at number one, Penn State at number two, Ohio State at number three, Clemson at number four, Georgia at number five, Notre Dame at six, Oregon at seven, Bama at eight, LSU at nine, and coming in at 10 is Miami. Then in the second tier, you have Arizona State at 11, Fighting Illini at 12, South Carolina at 13, and the Wolverines at 14. After them, you have Florida Gators, SMU Mustangs, the KSU at 17, Oklahoma Sooners coming in at 18. You got Texas A&M at 19. You got University of Indiana breaking in at 20. And then to roll out the last five, you got Ole Miss at 21, Iowa State at 22. You got Texas Tech Red Raiders coming in at 23, and the Tennessee Vols at 24. And you got Boise coming in at 25. So, what do you think about Clemson? They said there's a possibility that Clemson can run the table and go undefeated in this 2025 campaign. What are your thoughts about that?
I think I agree. They got what I would think would be from a first rounder to a third rounder QB in Cade Klubik. Um, has good pieces around them. They have a decent defense, not a super hard schedule, and a pretty easy division.
Okay. So outside of the ACC, they're not playing inside the ACC, they're not playing any big time games outside the ACC. No games of threat on the schedule.
No.
Okay. All right. So what are the games to look forward to? What are your thoughts about the season kicking off with a banger? I mean, man, Texas versus Ohio State, first game of the season. I mean, man, it don't get no better than that. What are your thoughts about that game? And do you think that Texas is going to beat Ohio State, or you think Ohio State is going to put a beat down on them at the U, at the horseshoe?
I think Texas is going to walk in to the horseshoe and take, I wouldn't say a ball, I'll say, but it's not a very close game. But I do have Texas winning.
Okay, now I have an inclination that you might be a little biased since you are a Wolverines diehard fan. You bleed blue and maize. Now let's be honest. You really think the Longhorns are going to walk into the horseshoe and beat Ohio State, the Ohio State?
Yes.
Come on, man. Come on. You need to quit it with that. You need to quit it. This is going to be the first time that you and I disagree adamantly, because there's no way that Texas is walking into the U and beating Ohio State, the Ohio State. Now, even I am not an Ohio State fan, but I'm also a football person. So, from my expert opinion, you have never seen an Ohio State team get off to a bad start, and especially let somebody come into their house day one, game one, and take the beat down. So
They're not going to take a
I'm gonna
beat down.
no, I'm saying just straight out beat. Forget about the over and under. But anyway, Ohio State is favored anyhow. But you believe that Texas the Longhorns are going to come in there and beat them. Not just beat the spread, but straight up beat them.
Beat them clean.
Why? Explain yourself.
Because I I don't even know OSU's QB is.
You don't know who their QB is?
Not at
Okay.
all.
What does that got to do with it? OSU always
Jer-
have stellar.
Jeremiah Smith, um,
Mhm.
I say he is the best wide receiver in college football. I'll
Absolutely.
say I'll say he's gonna be in the running for Heisman this year. And
Ryan Holloway out of Bama is a beast.
Ryan
So
Williams.
Williams. So out of that, it doesn't really matter who their quarterback is, because they got the number one receiver, arguably, in the college football game. They always have tremendous running backs, and their defense is always lights out. And they're just coming off winning it all, baby. You do understand that they are the reigning NCAA champions. And normally when you win a championship, the first game is ring ceremony and at home. You think they're gonna let somebody come in and upset the ceremony, game one of the season, get their rings, get them championship rings? All
Yeah.
right, so all right. Speaking of that, we'll put a little gentleman's bet on that. Speaking of a gentleman's bet, just to toss in, did you get a chance to check out the Little League World Series?
Yeah, I watched the Texas team.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So what
I
did you think
watched
about the
that.
Little League World Series, man? Let's
It
be honest.
was it was entertaining. It was
Ah,
entertaining.
aha. It was
Um,
entertaining. I thought you would say that.
I
So what were
saw a
some of the
couple of
things that you
strikeouts.
liked about the Little League World Series?
Just
Being a
the energy,
non-baseball guy, 100%.
like the energy, and like
Ah, uh-huh. The energy's off the chain, right? It's lit. A lot of fun. I told you. It's the best thing going these last 2 weeks of August, man. Before the NCAA, football season began, Little League World Series is phenomenal. So I think we had a gentleman's bet last week. So I think the food is on you. Would that be correct? I believe our bet was if you didn't enjoy watching Little League World Series baseball at all, I picked up the meal. But if you did enjoy it, you pick up the meal. So what we'll do, we're going to go throughout the season and we'll run tabs on the gentleman bet. So let's give you a chance, double for nothing. You're taking the Texas Longhorns. I'm going to take the home team in Ohio State, and we'll put a gentleman's bet on that for a meal. Agree or no agree?
agree.
All right, good stuff. That's a bet. All right, so with that little, segue into a little bit of Little League Baseball, let's get back to talking about this top 25 NCAA calendar. What are some other games that we should look out for besides, Texas going head to head with Ohio State? What are some other opening games that'll be electrifying that we should all be looking out for the first weekend of college football?
Um, I'm trying to see what Boise State is gonna look like. Cause to be honest, I don't think they're a top 25 team in college football no more. I think Ashton Genty, like we saw it in the playoffs. He's really their whole team.
Okay, now wait a minute. Hold up, my friend. Do you know how great Boise State has been for decades? The Boise State that upset Oklahoma when Adrian Peterson was on the team. The Boise State that Kellen Moore went to that always finds a way. And the Boise State that has to have the best football colored field on the planet. I'm talking about, man, Boise State, that's my team. You're now thinking and saying, man, that's almost blasphemy. You saying that you don't believe that Boise State belongs even number 25? Defend yourself, my friend.
Like I said, Ashton Genty's their whole team. Um, I only watched Boise State last year because of Ashton Genty.
Exactly. So, see, here's where you're a victim of being too young. So, being 12 years of age, you never even heard of Boise State, probably prior to hearing about Ashton Genty, correct? But every year, you can check in, and Boise State is always at the top of their conference. They always upset some major Big Five power, university, and they always put a show on. So you might want to do some research on Boise State and get them their flowers now. So since you're thinking that they don't deserve to be in the top 25, I think you want to go do some research and understand this. Every year, Boise State has somebody on their roster that comes out of nowhere and surprises the national landscape with an amazing, outstanding season. And this year, 2025-26, is not going to be any exception to the rule. You can take that to the bank, my friend. So, with that said, given that you don't think Boise State belongs, you think that the Wolverines should be in the top 10. I'm trying to, get on that bandwagon with you as a Wolverine fan, but I don't know how they're going to get inside the top 10 when they're ranked at 14th right now. What are some, what I would call some surprises, some sleeping horses that could sneak in and surprise us with a great season for the NCAA football campaign? What are some teams that you think are on the fringe that can be better than advertised or vastly underrated right now? You have a team or two that you think that is not being looked at and could come out of nowhere and have a super season and surprise a lot of the critics?
I think SMU should be higher. I don't think they're gonna really surprise them. I just think they're gonna be better than what people are expecting them to be.
Really? Okay. Well, I think SMU came out of nowhere last year and surprised everybody and put on a phenomenal run and got themselves into the playoffs. But you really think that they're gonna, repeat that? I think a team that you have to look out for is the team that had the most NIL money contribute to it out of all the colleges. Do you know what team that is?
Who?
Texas Tech Red Raiders. Let me tell you a little story. So I was at the Texas Texans football game this weekend on Saturday. And my good friend, his name is Johnny, and he was telling me about these two oil tech guys who actually came into billions of dollars by doing a smart oil tech lease, and they are alumni of Texas Tech, and they have doled out more money than any university this year for NIL. So they have loaded up the bank and gave a lot of money in NIL to a lot of top tier football players. And I think you're going to see them perform better just because they paid for the talent, similar to OSU last year. Ohio State had the most top payouts for NIL money last year, and it was no coincidence that they won it all because they had the highest payroll. So this year, the highest payroll goes to Texas Tech Red Raiders. So if it's any, idea about how the money works and how the championships fall, I think you might have looked out for Texas Tech because they rolled out the bag. And when you roll out the bag, you usually get big talent. It's whoever got the most money to pay the best players that wins. So I think the sleeper will be Texas Tech Red Raiders. keep your eye on them, and we'll follow them throughout the campaign. So, other than that, who do you think is the number one Heisman candidate? And it got a lot of hype. He's got a lot of hype. Come from a legendary family. Do you think he's going to live up to the hype in his third year? And who am I talking about?
Arch Manning.
Arch Manning. That's right. He's going to finally get the keys to the car for the entire season. He is QB1. How do you see Arch Manning performing this year? And obviously, they have him playing against Ohio State for a reason, to promote and highlight, to get him off to a fast start in the Heisman run. I mean, they literally have him as running away with the trophy. I don't know how, but what are your thoughts about Arch Manning?
I think top five Heisman candidate, no. Maybe top 10. But I think he is gonna have a good season. I think he's gonna be a top five QB in this season. Um yeah, he has great pieces around him, great defense. And I like what they did putting him against OSU first to really see if he's like that.
Yeah, because hey, man, he might jump out there and light it up. So if you're saying top five, man, well, who are the other preliminary contenders for the Heisman Trophy?
Number one, going back to what I said earlier, I know I said maybe top three, but I do actually have Jeremiah Smith winning a Heisman.
Okay, so with that said, here's a little sports trivia. Who was the last wide receiver to win the Heisman?
I think, was it Devontae Smith?
Yeah, Dante Smith, Alabama.
Devontae.
Is it Devontae? Thought his name was Dante Smith. Okay, Devontae Smith, Alabama. So you are predicting. I think that in order for Jeremiah Smith to win it all, he's going to have to put up some ungodly numbers, like 2,500 yards, because they're practically giving the trophy to Arch Manning because he comes from the legendary, family of the Mannings, going back to his grandfather, Archie Manning, obviously to his two uncles, Peyton and Eli. So they practically are giving him the crown before he even plays his first full year as QB1. And with all that hype behind him, albeit Jeremiah Smith is a clear cut number one receiver in the league, if everything's equal, you know, they always give the trophy to the QB1. That's just like with the NFL. It's practically, might as well call it the QB trophy. And you can call it the same way in college football. It's overhyped. So, in order for Jeremiah Smith to actually, squeak out a Heisman Trophy, win, he's got to put up extraordinary numbers. And if correct me if I'm wrong, I mean Devontae Smith put some out of the world numbers up for him to win the Heisman. So in order for Jeremiah Smith to do it, he probably have to do even better. You know, 2,000, 2,500 yards, 18, 20 TDs. Because if Arch Manning puts up 4,200 yards, throws for, 45 TDs, he's going to walk away with the Heisman. Now, the only way to get him off to a bad start is OSU beats him down day one. That will give, and Jeremiah Smith come out and have a 3 TD day, couple of hundred yards. Because if you think about it, now that I really think about it, the game is really a show off competition between the number one contender for the Heisman and the number two contender for the Heisman. And that's why it's going to be nothing but box office. And that's why we better get our popcorn ready to watch that game, man. Oh, man, I'm excited thinking about it now. So with that said, I think we can transition to the NFL, not for long. After we take this quick break, just to remind everybody, you're watching Dropping Dimes and Stats with DJ and Jax. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, and subscribe so you can get the chance to listen to the number one sports prodigy on the planet, my man Jax. That's what we want to do. So we'll be right back after this word from our sponsors, which is obviously us, for us, with us, by us.
So credit is a necessary function of our society to do anything. So you need to be able to have efficient access to credit, which is other people's money.
So if you practice in the pack and you make mistakes, then when you ask your teacher, what I do wrong here, she could tell you, and you go and take the test and you won't make those same stupid mistakes. So rehearse, plan, rehearse. And once you plan and once you rehearse, you're going to go out, and the next step is to take that step and take action.
But technically, since you have access to other people's money, wouldn't that put you in debt?
It does. It does put you in debt. But there's a such thing as good debt and bad debt. So, and that was actually a great question.
Hi, my name is Dina from the All Stars Money Program. The All Stars Money Program is a great program. It teaches you about things you wouldn't learn in school. Two of the things I learned is assets and investments. When I grew up, I wanted to be a business owner, and the program helped me understand the things I have to go through to have my business.
We're blowing out everything. We're going to give you a master training, 3-hour course, 2 consultations. We're going to teach you how to build credit up to $100,000 interest-free for 18 months. Pay off your home in 7 to 10 years. And most importantly, create $8,333 a month passive income. It's a $997 course. You get it all today for $97. Hit that link and beat me with the master training. Welcome back. You're watching Dropping Dimes and Stats with DJ and Jax, and we're going to talk about the NFL, my friend. We have one preseason game left. We got a lot of noise out there, and we got a lot of craziness going on in NFL. Jax, where do we start at, my friend? Talk to me. We had a lot of surprises with the QB1 job. Already been, chosen, man. We got some controversy. Where do we start, Jax?
First, Joe Flacco has been named the Week 1 starting QB for the Cleveland Browns.
Now, we're not surprised by that. We knew that was Joe Flacco's job from the jump. I think for my money is the surprise, but you know what? Not surprise, but just to show you how badly run the Cleveland Browns franchise is. They're going to do something that has never been done. And what is that, Jax?
What, 0-17?
No. What are they doing at the QB1 position? What have they announced?
That he's a starter.
No. Hey, man. Hey, you got to stay on your game. They have been, it has been said, strongly rumored, that they're carrying all 4 QBs. Where you been, Jax? No NFL team carries 4 quarterbacks on a 53-man roster. They barely carry 3. You carry 4 QBs on your roster, then you're going to be missing out at some very significant positions that are in need, man. Defense, special teams. Not QB, but at the cornerback position. You're going to take a 4th quarterback and have him sitting on the sideline holding a clipboard when you need as many bodies as you can get on the special teams and on the defense coming in, playing the nickel and the dime, the cover 2 and the cover 4. Man, this is just hilarious, to say the least. So you're going to see a lot of heads roll, Maybe they changed their mind because they got themselves in a conundrum. Hey, man, I can't cut the number 3 pick because we gave him guaranteed money. I don't want to let Shedeur Sanders go because of the hype around him and the people he'll put in the seats. And why not just trade away Pickett? That's a no-brainer. But for some reason, they're doing what Cleveland Browns do. Bad management. So they're taking 4 QBs, supposedly, going into the season, and I can't wait to see the circus. So, with that said, what are some other surprising developments that caught you off guard with some of the announcements at the QB position?
The Colts have also announced their week 1 starter, and Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is going to be the Colts week 1 starter.
So, what are your thoughts about that? Do you agree or disagree?
I say I disagree. I think Anthony Richardson, he has a stronger arm, less accuracy, makes really big splash plays, and then he's just like, he's very athletic. He's an athletic freak. That's why he got drafted in the first round.
But what's been his number one problem, though?
Injuries. He can never stay on the field.
Exactly. And what's the most important thing in the NFL? What's the number one asset to have in the NFL? They call it what?
Gotta stay healthy.
Availability, baby. Availability. AR-15, he can't stay on the field, yet alone he can't throw an accurate pass, yet alone he don't know how to get down and not take big hits, yet alone he has a lot of improvement to do. So I think with everything equal, I think they're going with the safe choice because Daniel Jones obviously is not the athlete that AR-15 is. However, he's shown that he can stay healthy and stay upright, which AR-15 has never been able to do. So I think it's a great move for the simple fact that you push AR-15 to number 1. Think about staying healthy. Think about staying upright. Think about learning how to get down when he runs. And most importantly, think about improving his accuracy and his touch on his passes. Because for my money, as I said last week, even in college, if this guy threw 200 or 300 passes in his whole entire career, I'm surprised. So yet alone for him to come into the NFL with this freakish talent, but he's totally unpolished. I mean, he is questionable at best, and I think this would be a wake-up call that he would have to go back into the lab and put some work in and turn himself into a quarterback and not an athlete trying to play quarterback. Does that make sense? So for my money, I think it's a great psychological decision on behalf of the Colts. I'm not a big fan of Daniel Jones at all. He stunk it up in New York. He stole a bag of money, $160 million, vastly overpaid. And especially when they opted to give him the money versus giving Saquon Barkley the money, I mean, they should have fired everybody from the coach up to the GM. And now that he's found himself in Indianapolis and now he's gotten himself in position to get a, reboot to his career, you might find him coming up and playing the best ball he's ever played, and you may never hear about AR-15 ever again. What do you think?
That's why it's like so sad because when I watched AR-5, not 15, in college in Florida, he looked really good. But like you said, he don't throw a lot of passes.
Yeah. He
At the
didn't throw
QB
hardly any
spot.
passes. He had a 50-something% completion ratio in college. And he didn't throw for hardly any touchdowns as well. And it wasn't like he was Cam Newton running for 12, 1,500 yards in college. He was hurt in college too. So AR5, AR15, you better AR something at the end of the day. But I think we have a controversy brewing over at the G-Men. And I hate to say it because Russell Wilson is my guy, but they sure are pumping up Jackson Dart. And I think they need to pump the brakes a little bit. But last time I checked, if I didn't know no better, they're trying to sneak Jackson Dart into the QB1 slot, albeit they've given Russell Wilson the job, but Russell Wilson's going to be looking over his shoulder from the minute game one starts. I hate to say it, but I hope that my man Russell Wilson answers the bell like the champion he is, where he carries himself as a consummate professional, and he has a lights out career where Jackson Dart does not get the opportunity to get off that bench. And hopefully Russ is 100% healthy, unlike last year where he had the calf situation and allowed Justin Fields to play the first 4, 5, 6 games, which enabled Justin Fields to, catapult himself into a great situation over at the Jets, which, speaking of Justin Fields, man, he's been stinking up the joint. Stinking up the joint. But I am excited, and I have a little bit of, enthusiasm about Caleb Williams over at my Chicago Bears. And here's the funny part about this, Jax. I was a big Caleb Williams fan his first 2 years in college. Then when he transferred over to my favorite school, SC, and he put up big numbers, but his last year, he started to show this prima donna attitude. He started to hold the ball too long, and I started to see that he was going to be a problem child. And sure enough, he came into the NFL, and he did not perform as predicted. And now he's got Ben Johnson, and it's so funny. They showed a before and after picture of Ben Johnson when he was the offensive coordinator with the Detroit Lions and how young he looked, and showed a picture of him, how old he's gotten in just, 4 months, having to deal with all the theatrics and the antics of Caleb Williams. However, I did see Caleb Williams stand in the pocket, not holding the ball long, throwing crisp passes, getting his reads down. So that is promising. I hope that is the new Caleb Williams under the management of our new coach, Ben Johnson. Because if so, man, y'all better watch out. Bears going to be coming, baby. What do you think about that?
I think you're exactly right. I think Caleb Williams, they just got him some more help. Ben Eberflus, wasn't that his name? The coach?
No, he's not the coach
old-
anymore. He got
I
fired.
know,
Ben
I know
Johnson.
the
Ben
old
Johnson from Detroit is the new head coach. The
I know. That was the
offensive
old coach, right? That didn't call
genius.
the timeout, right?
There you go.
Yeah. I don't what was he doing? Ben Johnson, I'm super excited to see him go against the Lions 2 times this season. I am super excited. And you know what? This year I actually have the Bears splitting the series with the Lions this year. I think that the Bears can sneak in and probably get the 7th seed in the playoffs.
Okay. Okay. I I have hopes that they can make the playoffs. If Caleb Williams could, control his running, holding on the ball, get his reads right, also manage the clock better. That's another thing. He had many challenges of, running the offense just out of the huddle. So I'm sure that's a lot of things that Ben Johnson has worked on. I don't think that we're going to see Caleb Williams in the third final preseason game. But if I'm them, I would put a little extra work in. Talking about putting a lot of extra work in so they can get off to a quick start. Did you see the Cincinnati game?
No.
Oh, man. Joe Burrows was on fire And a lot of people were surprised, including myself, they actually had him play into the second quarter. And I think that was primarily so that they can get out of the gate fast because they have been notoriously slow starters over the last 3 seasons, almost so that they've started 1-5, 0-3, and then they get into the, cardiac arrest, mode when they're, 4 or 5 games under 500 and they trying to make it all up in the second half of the season. Thus, they missed the playoffs back to back. And with the stats that Joe Burrows and Chase put up, and that amazing staff, and then they also looks like they about to let Trey Hendrickson walk out the door. They really put the emphasis on getting out of the gate fast, having Joe Burrows having the first team play almost the entire first half of football, which is unprecedented in these preseason games. So they are definitely locked in and focused. So I'm looking forward to seeing them play, to see what they do. Not that I'm big on Cincinnati as a whole, but I am intrigued to see what happens if they get out the gate and, hey, start out 2-1, 3-1, 4-2, and then how that looks at the back end of the season, given that they're in the toughest conference in all of the NFL, man. Speaking about conferences, what are your thoughts about the quarterback controversy brewing down in New Orleans?
I feel like if you drafted Tyler Shaw over Shador Sanders, you better start him.
But have you looked
You
at
better
his
start him.
stats? Rattler's stats is better than his.
Yeah, way better. But from what I seen from Spencer Rattler last year, that was one of the worst QB years I've ever seen with my eyes. And my mom's a Saints fan, so we watched a lot of Saints games this year.
Yeah, so I think you're going to have that problem. What the old saying is, if you got 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks. I think that's exactly what's going to materialize down in New Orleans, because for Kellen Moore, rookie head coach, to wait to the last preseason game to call his starting quarterback, that means it's a dogfight. He has no clear decision. Instead of just saying, hey, you know what? I'm turning the keys over to the new kid. Why try to get yourself food with the Fugazi, the foos gold, which is Rattler? I agree with you. So if everything's equal, turn the keys over to the new kid and let him get out there, get his butt bashed in, and get him some experience. Or, see, here's the conundrum for Kellen Moore. He's a brand new head coach. He can't afford to get off to a bad start, albeit they're most likely not going to do that well because it's his first time being a head coach. He's an overrated offensive coordinator, so he has to make the right choice here. And from an instinct standpoint, if I'm him and I'm looking at the film, and this is where I would go back, like you said, and look at the past film of the predecessor, being Rattler, and say, you know what? I've seen his ceiling, and it's not high. Now, albeit the new quarterback, Shaw, is 26, 27 years of age.
Coming out of college.
I got to, turn the keys over to him because he's not going to do any worse than Rattler. And Rattler's going to be a journeyman quarterback at the end of the day. Rattler is not going to be a QB1 full-time in the NFL. Because if he was, he would have already been there. And he doesn't have all the, talent and the skill sets. He's been humbled. I remember when he was in college, he had a bad attitude. So I think for my money, being a first-time head coach, hey, man, I'm going to go ahead and go with that rookie. And I'm going to flat out say I'm giving the keys to him and let him play ball and let us get off and hopefully try to get to, one game below 500 and get a, grace period that I can come in next year, pick up some more pieces, and potentially, hey, man, get one of the better quarterbacks coming out of college. Because I don't think the rookie is the answer either. So he's in a no-win situation. Nobody wanted that head coaching job at New Orleans anyway. But There's only 32 of those jobs in the whole wide world, so I don't blame him for taking the job. But it might be his first, it might be his last job if they really stink up the place and be like the New Orleans Saints of way back before they won a Super Bowl in 2006, where their fans used to come and wear, grocery bags on their head. I'm sure Grams has probably told you about that. They used to call them the Aints. So with that said, they also came out with the top tier list for the NFL quarterbacks, my friend.
That's
We got
exactly
tier
what I was
1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. Talk to me, Jax. Talk to me. What are your thoughts about the QB ratings for tier 1? They got your boy Pat Mahomes. They got Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Wait a minute. Hold up, man.
Why is Matthew Stafford in tier 1?
This can't be correct, man. Let me pull up my Google stats. I know you the statistician over there, but there's no way on God's green earth that Matthew Stafford is considered to be a tier 1 quarterback in his 12, 14, 15 campaign with disc problems. Are you kidding me, man?
There's no way.
There's no way I'm reading this correctly. Who's our producer? It sent us this list. There's no way that Matthew Stafford is in the tier 1 and down in. Oh my goodness, man! Man, are y'all kidding me? Are y'all kidding me? Hold up. You got Jalen Hurts in tier 2?
Behind CJ Stroud and Jared Goff.
Let me pull it up. Let me pull this up, man. I don't know where you guys. Where? Let's see here. No, I don't know where our producer got these tier 1 stats from, because the list I'm looking at, Matthew Stafford is not in tier 1.
No way.
And there's no way you put Matthew Stafford above my man, Jaden Daniels, man. Are you kidding me? Let's talk about it, brother. Let's talk about it. We got to talk to our producer, because there's no way that Matthew Stafford is a tier 1 quarterback. Talk to me. While you're doing that, I'm going to pull up the official tier 1 stats, because that's a misprint.
Matthew Stafford should not be there. Definitely tier 2. For sure tier 2. But he's not better than Jalen Hurts. He's not better than Jaden Daniels. And you can argue that he's better than Justin Herbert, but I think Herbert's better than him too.
Oh, yeah, Justin Herbert's not tier 1, man. I'm
Yeah.
putting Justin Herbert down
Herbert's
at the
not tier 1.
mid tier 2, at the top of tier 3. And here's the reason why I said Justin Herbert is a physical freak too, but he's underwhelming. Underwhelming. He's the most hyped kid out of college in the past 5 years, because he got off and threw for 5,000 yards and all this. Can't win a playoff game. Underperforms in the big games. So him in tier 2 is a stretch for my money off of his recent performances. So talk to me. Who's your top tier 5 quarterbacks coming from you, Jax?
In
Who's your
order
guys?
from greatest to least, my number 1 QB in the league for me is Joe Burrow.
Okay. All right. Joe Burrow at number 1.
Number 2,
Who's coming in number 2?
Lamar.
Okay, so you got Lamar Jackson coming in at number 2. Who's coming in at number 3?
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes, okay, coming in number 3. Who you have coming in number 4?
I have Josh Allen.
Okay, and then rounding out the last top 5, who's taking that top 5 position, man? Because a lot of people usually switch this one in and out, and they're usually interchangeable. Who's your guy?
Personally, I think um
Now, before you answer that, what are you basing your decision on? Are you basing it on hype? Or are you basing it on physical attributes? Or are you basing it on straight up performance, winning games and championships? What is your
I'm basing it on overall QB play.
overall QB play? Okay, overall QB play. So I would have to argue with you in terms of your order if we're just based on overall QB play, and if we are victims of the present moment, then that top 5 list from number 1 to 4 has to be changed.
But number 5 would be Jalen Hurts.
Okay, Jalen Hurts, absolutely. I would have to say, arguably, if you looked at Jalen Hurts' stats where it matters the most, why do we play this game? We play this game to get these championships, baby. We play this game to see the quarterback light it up when the lights are the brightest and put up extraordinary performances, show tremendous leadership and calm, cool collectiveness. Hey, man, show me a quarterback, including Pat Holmes, that has outperformed Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl at all.
Like when he made it?
Yes, Jalen Hurts been to 2 Super Bowls, and Jalen Hurts played against Patrick Mahomes both times. Jalen Hurts is just like Eli Manning was to Tom Brady. Jalen Hurts had 1 bad play in 2 Super Bowl games, and he clearly outplayed and outperformed Patrick Mahomes both times. But if you take away that fumble that he had when Philadelphia was leading deep in the 3rd quarter, Patrick Mahomes does not win a 3rd Super Bowl. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if you look at that alone, and it's all about championships and performance in the big games, and I hear the pundits, oh man, Jalen Hurts, anybody can play in that Philadelphia offense and put up the numbers and win like Jalen Hurts did. He's just a manager. No. You would be absolutely wrong. And here's why. Because one thing you can't teach, Jax, and you're going to come to learn this as a 12-year-old, you can't teach winners. Winners are born, baby. Jalen Hurts is a supreme winner. Not only is he a supreme winner, he is an A-class plus leader. And what do I mean by that? You can go back to Alabama, see the young Jalen Hurts come in and lead the Alabama team in his freshman campaign, was not a good passer. But he quietly led that team to championship. Every year, he improved his quarterbacking skills. And then, at the most inopportune time, in the championship for the 2nd time, his coach, Nick Saban, embarrassed him. There's never been a situation, Jax, where a leading quarterback had an average first half, and next thing you know, they're plotting out a rookie off the bench to take his job. Jalen Hurts handled that situation with the utmost class, dignity, and regard for Nick Saban, and Nick Saban didn't even deserve it. Jalen Hurts embraced the quarterback. They won a championship. Jalen Hurts didn't complain, criticize, condemn, and Jalen Hurts just quietly graduated from Alabama, transferred to Oklahoma, got himself a quarterback coach, and went on and put up extraordinary numbers and showed everybody, proved everybody wrong that he could actually pass the football. Not only that, You come into the draft, Philadelphia has Carson Wentz, overrated, overhyped, having a first season MVP type of season. They draft Jalen Hurts down in the lower second round, which everybody in Philadelphia and everybody in the NFL was like, why would you waste such a high draft pick on Jalen Hurts? He's not a QB1. He can only run, and he's not that fast. What did Jalen Hurts do again? He constantly kept proving people wrong. Carson Wentz gets hurt. Jalen Hurts is inserted into that offense. He takes over with the winning capacity and the leadership and takes Philadelphia to a Super Bowl and outplays Patrick Mahomes by a long stretch. Then comes right back in again and takes him right back to the Super Bowl, and this time brings home the championship. So for my money, if I'm just listing the top tier quarterbacks off of what that counts the most, wins and championships, and y'all might think, hey man, this is heresy. This is bullcrap. But I would put not Patrick Mahomes, but Jalen Hurts at number one. And the reason why I say that is this. If I come in as the reigning Super Bowl champ, until I'm defeated, I'm still the champ. Correct? Did they not do that for the Kansas City Chiefs, who were going for a three-peat, who Jalen Hurts derailed? Did Saquon Barkley show up in the Super Bowl championship last year? No, he did not. He had an average game. Jalen Hurts was lights out. So in every sport that I played, baseball, basketball, football, every time the reigning champ has started the season and they pretty much have kept the core of their team together, they still were considered to be the number one team. So how can we arguably drop Jalen Hurts down to 5? And in most people rankings, Jalen Hurts, they have him in tier 2. Some of them even have the audacity to have him as a tier 3 quarterback. So I know I've been doing a lot of talking. I see the looks on your face, but I'm going to say for my money, Jalen Hurts, he's number one until he's defeated.
So you're saying Jalen Hurts is the best QB in the NFL right now?
Absolutely. Did he not win the Super Bowl last year? Did he not put up great numbers in the Super Bowl? Did he not lead his team and beat the best team ever, who would have been the first team to ever win 3 back-to-back NFL Super Bowls? Did he not take them down? Did he not, 2 years prior, outperform Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl outside of a fumble late in the game? Outplayed Patrick Mahomes? Did he not finish second or third in the MVP voting as well? First team All-Pro? Did he not do that?
Not for MVP.
Jalen Hurts, the year before last, he finished second or third in the MVP voting. Look it up. Look it up. Google it. When they went 14-2, the year that they went to the Super Bowl his first time, he finished second or third in the MVP voting. Look it up. And the only reason why they didn't do well the year before that, which was the campaign for 2023-24, remember Jalen Hurts got hurt and he had to sit out a couple of games. You remember that? Jalen Hurts was first team All-Pro and finished either second or third in the MVP voting 2 years ago. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pull up the stats. So for me, my top 5 quarterbacks, I'm going to start with my man Jalen Hurts, number 1. I'm going to come in with Joe Burrow, number 2. I'm going to come in with Lamar Jackson, number 3. I'm going to come in with Josh Allen, number 4. And then for number 5, I'll go with Patty Mahomes. That's my top 5. What say you? You got this incredulous look on your face like you in disbelief of my top 5. I love it. But why do we play the game? Tell me why you play the game. Do you not play the game for these right here? Yes or no?
Yes.
You're pretty quiet over there, my friend.
I don't even know
I
what
mean, speaking of that, since we got a little controversy brewing between you and I with our top 5, and I love it. Do you believe that Josh Allen was the MVP last year?
No, Lamar, all the way. No.
I would even venture to say, and hear me out, and here's the reason why Jalen Hurts is number 1. Joe Burrow put up the best stats. He led in all categories last year, but because his team didn't make the playoffs, he did not really be in contention for the MVP. Had the Cincinnati Bengals made it to the playoffs and they won one game, Joe Burrow runs away with the MVP. Look at the stats. Look at the stats. When they showed the preseason game, which I didn't know, he led in all the categories. He threw more touchdowns, more yards, QBR, everything. Josh Allen was number 3. Lamar Jackson was ahead of him, and Lamar Jackson's 2 previous MVPs, he had much better statistics last year than he had the year before. But because Lamar Jackson, too, can't win the big game, how can you put Lamar Jackson ahead of Jalen Hurts when Lamar Jackson always lays an egg in the big game? Always. Show me what big game that Lamar Jackson has not laid an egg. Man, you're pretty quiet over there, Jax. I've never known you to be this quiet.
They should have won. No, they should have went to the Super Bowl in 2024. Zay Flowers would have never had fumbled.
No, don't blame that on Zay Flowers. Don't blame that
Block
on
the
Zay
ball.
Flowers. Don't do that. Stop. We don't do that victim stuff here, brother. We don't do that victim stuff here. Call a spade a spade. Lamar Jackson, as always, got out to a slow start. Did Lamar Jackson not throw an INT in that game?
He did.
Yes, as always. Look at his stats in the big games. He has more interceptions than he has touchdowns. Correct me if I'm wrong. In his 3 biggest games, he had everything in his corner. Home field advantage. MVP caliber season. Loaded offense. There's no reason he should not have gone to the Super Bowl, just like when he lost to Patrick Mahomes the year before. He laid an egg. Don't blame that on Zay Flowers. So, with that said, who's in your tier 2 quarterbacks? Who's your 6 through 10 for you? Or do you agree with the tiers and the ratings?
It should be Jaden Daniels at 6.
I'd agree with that. I would agree with that.
And then it should be, I would go with,
Who's you trusting your offense with? Jaden, and I think Quads is cap. Jaden Daniels going to be in the top 3 after this year campaign. Did you see? Oh yeah, you said you didn't see the game when they played Cincinnati. Man, Jaden Daniels was electrifying, brother. He is straight box office. So you got Jaden Daniels at 6. Who's number 7?
7, I would have Jared Goff.
Okay. You know what? Let's get time out. I see what you're doing here today. You're a homer. You pumped up the Wolverines. You're pumping up Jared Goff. Hey man, how you gonna have me take you seriously as a sports critic if every time it comes to one of your homeboys, you putting them above everybody else? Now, with that said, what did Jared Goff do in his biggest game on his home court last year? Tell me what he did.
He got folded by Commanders.
But hold up. He didn't get folded. What did he do that really lost the game for the Detroit Lions?
He threw an interception. He fumbled.
How many interceptions and fumbles did your boy have?
Jared Goff, he had 1 fumble and I think 2 picks.
I think he had 3. Check the stats. And you gonna tell me you gonna put him at number 7? Home field advantage, NFC Championship game.
So
All they
then-
got to do is home court, and they walk it into the Super Bowl for the first time in the history of the Detroit Lions. How many INTs did your boy throw last year? Google it. This is the reason why the Rams got rid of him. He turned back into a pumpkin. And you telling me, Jax, you going to bring him in at number 7? Really? Pull up the stats real quickly. I know you watched the game because I watched the game. We talked about it when we met.
Yeah, he did throw 3 picks.
Say it again?
He did throw 3 picks.
What, he did what?
He threw 3 picks.
He do 3 picks? Wait a minute. What's the name of our show? It's Dropping Dimes with DJ and Jax with the stats. You're supposed to be the stat man. But see, you're starting to be a homie. Or what we call a homer. Any team you like, any player, you propping them up without bringing in the facts behind them. Come on, Jax. Come on now. So he threw 3 INTs. What did he do when he was at the Los Angeles Rams? He went to a Super Bowl. Did he not?
He did.
Did he not go to a Super Bowl?
He did.
And what did he do in that Super Bowl game? Pull up his stats.
Put up 3 points.
Yeah. And what happened? They got rid of him. They exchanged quarterbacks and flipped him for Matthew Stafford. And what did Matthew Stafford do? He brought them a Super Bowl championship. So there's no way, Jax, you can put him above Matthew Stafford. Would you agree?
I don't.
Jax, you didn't come prepared for this fight today, baby. You didn't come prepared. What's up, Jax? You quiet over there. I'm not used to you being quiet, man.
I think.
All right, let's finish out. 6 through 10. I said, I think, hey, if you want to keep him at number 7, go right ahead. Be my guest.
Okay. But number 8 is Matthew Stafford. And then
How can you sit up there with a straight face, Jax, after I just debunked that and you going to put Matthew Stafford behind Jared Goff?
yes, bro. Jared Goff is young. I'm talking about next season. Jared Goff.
Hey, we ain't
younger.
talking about potential, brother. This is not a potential show. This is about show me the money right now. What can you do for me right now? Don't talk about potential now. But go ahead. All right. So you're gonna bring in Matthew Stafford after Jared Goff. So he's coming in number 8. Who do you have for number 9 and 10?
Number 9, Baker Mayfield.
Wow. You putting Baker Mayfield in the top tier?
Top 10, yes. Yes.
Hey, man, you know what? I'm going to get your mom and your grandma to get you an appointment with the doctor. Because I think you got amnesia.
Baker Mayfield.
I think did you have a concussion or something? I see you got a little Band-Aid on your head there. What happened? What happened to you? Did you fall down shooting basketball?
No.
Huh? You sure about that? I gotta talk to your mom. I gotta talk to Grams because I didn't want to say nothing about the little butterfly, Band-Aid on your head, but now I'm starting to think that you might have got concussed and you might have fell off the bus this past week, man. What are you talking about?
Who would you have over Baker
No,
Mayfield?
hey man, stand on strength. Stand on strength. You gonna put Baker Mayfield above C.J. Stroud?
Yes.
Are
What?
you kidding me?
After last season, definitely.
Did you not see the
Yes.
playoffs?
Yes, I
C.J.
seen the
Stroud
playoffs.
upset the team and won another playoff game. Did you not see that?
Upset. He upset the Chargers. That's not an upset. That
Okay.
is not an upset.
So how many times has C.J. Stroud been to the playoffs? Tell me.
Either twice or once.
Why don't you do Google? How many years have C.J. Stroud been in the NFL prior to this season? Prior to Jaden Daniels, who had the best rookie campaign as a quarterback in this era? I'll give you 3 guesses and the first 2 don't count. Who do you think that might be? Huh? Who do you think that might be? How many playoff games have C.J. Stroud been in? How many has he won? And you want to put him ahead of Baker Mayfield? I mean, put Baker Mayfield ahead of C.J. Stroud?
Yes. Yes.
Man, we're going to have to go get you a MRI, a CAT scan. We're going to have to go get the guy who bumped you and put that Band-Aid on your head because you are killing me, brother. C.J. Stroud, 2 years in the NFL, 4 playoff games, brother. Look it up.
I know, I seen it. 4 playoff
4,
games.
how many victories? 2 victories. You're talking about Baker Mayfield who bounced around. How many teams did Baker Mayfield play for? He was with the Cleveland Browns. He had a cup of coffee with the Los Angeles Rams. He got bounced down to Carolina.
Browns.
Then he found his way on a life support in Tampa Bay. And you're going to tell me that you're going to put Baker Mayfield above C.J. Stroud. Man, come on, man.
Right
Get out of
now,
here
I'm
with
putting
that.
Baker Mayfield over
Get
C.J.
out of here
Stroud
with
any
that
day.
garbage. Get
Any
out
day.
of here with that garbage, young man.
Any day.
Get out of here with
Any
that
day of the
garbage.
week.
So go
We're
ahead.
talking
So
about last season.
Baker Mayfield, your number 9. Who's your number 10? I know you're gonna pick somebody. You know, I know who you're gonna say. You know who you're gonna say? You're probably gonna say Trevor Lawrence. I mean, that's the way you're talking today, brother. You're probably gonna say Trevor Lawrence is a top 10 quarterback.
I would never say that. C.J.
You would
Stroud,
never
I
say
think.
that. You got Jared Goff.
Mm-hmm.
You got Baker Mayfield
Uh-huh.
in your top 10. Man,
Yes.
get out of here.
You're telling me Jared Goff and Baker Mayfield are not top 10 QBs?
No. No way, no how. No way, no how. So it looks like we're going to have to do a real bet. Because, see, here's what they used to say, and I hate to say this because you're only 12 years old, but they have a saying in the hood, you're smoking so-and-so. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe you, man. I can't. You know what? I would have given you credit even if you would have said Bo Nix. And I'm not a Bo Nix fan, but, man, come on. Jared Goff?
Bo
Baker
Nix
Mayfield?
over Jared Goff.
Jared Goff at number 7? Baker Mayfield at number 9? You don't even mention C.J. Stroud?
C.J. Stroud 10.
You don't even mention Jordan Love?
Jordan Love's not a top 10 QB.
Oh, my goodness. Pull up the stats.
Talk about playoff games. Talk about playoff games. How much playoff wins does he have?
Does who?
Jordan Love.
I don't know. Don't care. But I know he's better than Jared Goff.
At what?
At what? Okay. 2 biggest games in their careers, Jared Goff has laid an egg twice. Super Bowl, NFC Championship. Matter of fact, Jordan Love came off the injured reserve and got the Packers into the playoffs, brother. Pull it up. Pull it up. Even Trevor Lawrence has won a playoff game, and I'm not a Trevor Lawrence fan at all.
And so has Jared Goff. Jared Goff has won playoff games.
Oh my goodness.
Jared
I
Goff has made
said
a
the
Super
biggest
Bowl.
games. It's no big deal to win a game that you are largely favored. Home team, stacked, Aaron Donald, receivers, all of that. All he had to do is show up. That's the same thing they say about Jalen Hurts. So Jared Goff, he just managed the football game, and then when they needed him to play and win, not once. See, one time I'll give you a pass, Jax. I'm gonna give you a pass because here in America we do believe in giving second chances. But the second chance, when he was even more the highly favored on his own home field, you can't tell me you weren't disappointed in Jared Goff. He threw how many picks? Go back and look at the stats, brother.
3.
He did what? I can't hear you.
3 picks.
And he was playing against what quarterback? He was playing against a rookie quarterback on his own home field. And he laid an egg. If you didn't know no better, if you never had watched football, Jax, and you came down from Mars, and you came to that NFC game, you would have thought that Jared Goff was the rookie, and you would have thought Jaden Daniels was the experienced pro. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're pretty quiet over there, man. You're pretty quiet. But CJ Stroud, he won 2 playoff games that nobody thought he would win. They didn't even think he would have got the Texans to the playoffs. As my man used to say, playoffs? You talking about playoffs?
Bro, he's in the easiest division in the NFL.
Oh my goodness! Stop it!
He's got the Colts, Jags,
he's not in the easiest division. You know what the easiest division is? It's in that division Baker Mayfield plays in. Baker Mayfield plays in the easiest division in the whole NFL. They've actually had teams make the playoffs under 500, man. And teams that make the playoffs at 500. They got the
Falcons and the Panthers. The only bad team in that division is the Saints.
What?
The Panthers are going to go like 6-11 or 7-10. Same thing with the Falcons.
Okay, let's pull up the divisions. Because man, you done bit off more than you chew here, Grasshopper. Let's pull it up. Pull up both of the divisions. The NFC South. Isn't that the division that your boy Baker Mayfield plays in? Call off the teams. Rattle them off. Rattle off the teams in the NFC South.
The Buccaneers.
Trash.
Buccaneers are trash now. Okay. Falcons.
Trash.
Panthers.
Trash.
And Saints.
Trash.
All right.
Now, let's before you start your argument, let's do this. If you took those 4 teams and put them in any other division, are they sniffing 7 wins? If you put those 4 teams in the NFC North, home of the Bears and the Detroit Lions, the only division that had 3 teams to make the playoffs, are they sniffing 7 games?
The Buccaneers beat the Lions.
Oh.
By the way.
Wow. Did they beat them in the playoffs?
No, in the regular season. They didn't play the Lions in the playoffs.
All right, now, name off the AFC South.
Texans.
Boss. Colts, trash.
Okay. Jaguars.
Trash.
And Titans,
trash. But look at take the Texans and put them in another division, they still make the playoffs. What was their record last year? What was their record before that? How tight is their defense year in, year out? Boss defense, brother. Look it up. What rating did CJ Stroud come in his rookie year? He was in the top 7, 8 in statistics, brother. What are you talking about?
They blew a 20-point lead at halftime to the Lions.
Hey.
At home.
Okay. Wow. Everybody does that. But did they win playoff games? I can't hear you. Did
Yeah, one.
they win both of their first playoff games? Yes or no?
Yes.
Thank you very much. What are we talking about? We talking about football, right? At the end of the day, what are we judged on? We judged on W's.
Okay, if we
What are
want to
we?
talk about
What? How do you
if
become
we want to talk
legendary?
about
You
last
win
year
these championship rings, brother.
and how much
So
times has
where
CJ
has
started
Baker
and made it?
Mayfield led the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to? Did they get to the NFC Championship game?
No,
Say that again.
no.
Did Jared Goff blow the NFC Championship? Did Jared Goff blow the NFL Super Bowl game? Yes or no?
He didn't blow the NFC Championship. They weren't in the
You
NFC
just said he
Championship.
threw 3 interceptions and had a fumble. He had 4 turnovers, Jax.
That wasn't the NFC Championship. That's the divisional round.
When they played Washington, what I call them the Redskins, your boy had 4 turnovers.
The NFC Championship.
INTs, and he almost threw 4 INTs.
The NFC Championship was the Eagles versus the Commanders.
Hey, doesn't matter. He blew it. The divisional playoff game. Did he not? So I stand corrected. He should have been in the NFC Championship game, and he should not have had a rookie wipe the floor with him. Yes or no?
I mean,
Did you see CJ Stroud shrink in any playoff game? No.
who has a better defense, the Commanders or Lions?
The Lions have a better defense.
Yeah. Okay, but Aiden Hutchinson was
you
hurt.
just lost the argument for yourself. You just
Aiden Hutchinson was hurt. Most of their defense was hurt.
Oh man. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Here's what we're gonna not do on dropping dimes and stats with DJ and Jax. We not gonna play the victim excuse card. Because you know what? Injuries are part of the game. Yes or no? Yeah. We can make that argument for Kansas City getting through to the Super Bowl last year because they beat a lot of teams who had major injuries. Yes or no?
Yes, that's why.
So you didn't hear anybody whining the blues about that. All you kept hearing them say, man, they got a chance for three-peat. But everybody, the real critics, Jax, knew that the Kansas City Chiefs were a paper tiger. You know what that means? That means they were nothing but a fugazi. That means that they looked the part and they were getting by people based on their reputation and people were playing in fear. So there was no surprise that Philadelphia beat the brakes off of them. This is reminiscent of when our team, the Seattle Seahawks, beat the brakes off of the Denver Broncos. Yes or no? The Denver Broncos came in overhyped, did they not? With Peyton Manning, living off their reputation, and we knew that the Seattle Seahawks had the lights out defense, the LOB. They were boss. So we knew they were going to beat the brakes off of them. The same thing with last year. We knew, you and I knew, that the Eagles were going to beat the brakes off Kansas City. And the score was worse than what it was. They actually let up and allowed Patrick Mahomes to throw a couple of little, worthless touchdowns. Would you agree? Correct me if I'm wrong. Was Philadelphia not beating them something like 25-35-0? They were beating the brakes off of them, were they not?
They were.
So with that said, when it really matters, it's playoffs. It's championships. You can do all the great things in the regular season. You can look like a superstar in the preseason. Case in point, you're probably, you were alive. 2016, what did the Detroit Lions do that no team ever did in the history of football?
Go.
Say
Opposite
it.
of undefeated.
They went loose. They lost every game. But you know what they did in the preseason? They went 4-0 in their preseason that year. Did you know that? If the preseason meant anything, the Detroit Lions went 4-0 and they turned around and lost 16 straight games. So my point to you, Jax, you being a genius, which you are, and a prodigy, and that's why you carrying me on this sports show. But when it come down to winning, baby, only thing that matters is how you do it when the lights are the brightest and when the money really matters. And that's playoffs and championships. And far as I'm concerned, Jared Goff laid an egg. Baker Mayfield laid an egg. Did not show up. Because if Baker Mayfield was who he was supposed to be, he'd still be QB1 in Cleveland. He would be QB1 in North Carolina. He would be QB1 in LA. But he bounced around. But to his credit, he is a winner internally because he fought his way back into the league. And now he's having the best time of his life and playing his best football. I give him credit for that. But let's not overrate him and overhype him. Okay?
Okay.
Guys, you're watching Droppin' Dimes and Stats with DJ and Jax. And we're excited for you to watch our program. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And we'll be right back at a word from our sponsors because, man, we're going to end this show on fire because it's nothing like talking football with my main man, Jax. We'll be right back. Zanzibar, I wanna take you to Zanzibar. Oh, yeah, Zanzibar. You will be to Zanzibar. Yeah, Zanzibar. I wanna take you to Zanzibar. Yeah, Zanzibar. Yeah, Zanzibar. We're blowing out everything. We're going to give you a master training, 3-hour course, 2 consultations. We're going to teach you how to build credit up to $100,000 interest-free for 18 months. Pay off your home in 7 to 10 years. And most importantly, create $8,333 a month passive income. It's a $997 course. You get it all today for $97. Hit that link and beat me to the master training. All right, welcome back. That's right, baby. Jax and I, we on fire. So I'm going to give Jax some room to go out strong because Jax always finishes strong. So Jax, talk to me, man. What do we end the remainder of the show about? We talked about quarterbacks. We talked about tiers. What's your predictions or your expectations for the beginning of the NFL season? We got one preseason game left. What are you looking to see happen in the preseason third game? And how do you see the season get off to a start? And why don't we do this next week? We'll predict our division winners, our conference winners, and our Super Bowl winners next week. But what do you say we should look forward to beginning of the last game of the preseason to kick us off until the September 5th, man? Oh, man, they got some big games coming up. What games are you looking forward to in week 1, brother?
I'm looking forward to just the season opener. Philly versus the Cowboys.
Woo! Man, that's going to be a great game. But I think that's going to be in Philadelphia, right? They're getting the rings.
Yeah.
Is that in Dallas or is that in Philly?
I'm about to see.
That's a Monday Night Football game. I think we have 4 Monday Night Football games coming up. You know the game I'm looking forward to, brother? I'm looking forward to the Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills, baby. If you remember, even though the Buffalo Bills beat the Ravens in the game that mattered, man, Lamar Jackson put out a bag of whoop that butt with Josh Allen last year in the opener. So what are the 4 games coming out that we gotta, man, it's gonna be box office. What are the 4 games, Jax?
I got Lions, Packers.
Woo! Is that a Monday night? Is that a Monday game or is that a Sunday game?
Sunday game, 4:25. And then Texans, Rams.
Okay.
And then um
What are our showcase Monday night football games? I believe we have 4 or 3 at least.
um there's the Chiefs, Chargers.
Okay. Chiefs Chargers on Monday night.
And then Vikings, Bears.
Woo! Is that at Soldier Field?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we got Chiefs Chargers, Vikings Bears, and what's the showcase game on Monday Night Football at the peak hour at the 8 p.m. What game is that? Is that Philadelphia Dallas?
Yeah.
Oh man, man! Pull out your popcorn, brother. Pull out your popcorn. Yes, 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 indeed.
But there's some more games I want to talk about for week 2.
Okay,
Commanders, Packers on Monday night.
that's week 2.
Actually, no, not Monday night, Thursday night.
That's the first Thursday night kickoff game.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be a great game.
Seahawks, Steelers, the return of DK Metcalf. Well, not the return because it's gonna be in Pittsburgh.
Okay,
Another game I'm looking forward to is Bears, Lions, and it's in Motor City.
and what is that? Is that a Monday night?
1 p.m.
What is that? Week 2, week 3? What week is that?
2.
Wow! So Ben Johnson returns home in the Motor City. Woo!
But look, this is the 2 teams we were just talking about. Buccaneers versus Texans week 2 in Houston.
Hey, baby, guess where I'm gonna be? I'm gonna be there.
Okay.
I'm gonna be there. Week 2? Oh no,
But
no. What date? What date is that?
September 15th.
Oh man, I'll be in Zanzibar. Ah, I'll be in Zanzibar, my friend.
But the best game, easily the best game of week 2, we got Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl rematch, and it's in Kansas City.
Oh yes, 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 yes. Man, get excited. All right, so for week 1, the 3 marquee games we should be looking out for on week 1 are again.
Eagles Chiefs.
No. Week 1. Week 1.
Oh, we going.
Ravens against the Bills.
Yeah, Ravens
And
Bills.
is it Cowboys versus the Eagles?
Yeah. Yeah, Cowboys Eagles. And then Chiefs Chargers and Lions Packers and then Texans Rams.
Wow. Lions Packers game 1?
Mhm.
Are they at Lambeau?
No.
It's in Detroit?
Yeah, in Lambeau.
Okay, guess what? Your boy Jared Goff better come with his lunch bucket. Because you telling me week 1, Lions at Lambeau. Week 2, Bears at Motor City.
It's this.
Your boy's under pressure. Right out the gate.
2 key divisional matchups.
Yeah, so 1 loss is like 2 losses.
Yeah.
That's huge. Wow. They
And
coming
then
out banging
Vikings Bears.
early. What does the Seattle Seahawks look like? What's their schedule? We haven't talked about the team, man.
We
What's
gotta
up
go.
with Seattle?
Our first game is at home against the Niners at 4:05.
Ooh, you know what? That's been a rivalry like nobody's other business, boy. That's a love-hate rivalry right there. So Seattle against the Niners, game 1 in Seattle.
And then the DK Metcalf get back game as we head into Pittsburgh to take on
Man,
the Steelers.
The Seahawks could start out 0-2, man.
Yeah, we could.
Quiet as it
But
kept.
we're definitely winning week 3. We got to. We would take on the Saints at home.
Ah.
We got to.
That's what we call a gimme.
Yes. I do.
They'll have the scrubs in by the third quarter.
Oh, hold on.
What you got? What you got?
On. Lions Ravens.
Week 3?
Yes, week 3, Lions Ravens.
Where?
In Baltimore.
Now you know
The Lions
the
getting
Ravens beat the brakes off the Lions last year. You remember that? Woo, man. Man, the Ravens got a tough schedule.
No, the Lions got a tough schedule.
The Ravens got a tougher schedule. The Ravens starting out with the Bills. Who the Ravens playing week 2?
Week 2, the Ravens got week 2. They got the Browns.
Okay. At home or in Cleveland?
Yeah, at home. At home.
Okay. But still, hey, man, 2 out of the first 3 games, man, the Ravens could potentially be 1-2. Detroit could potentially be 1-2 or 0-3.
Yeah, Detroit might go 0-3.
Man, who they got in game 3?
So first
they starting out with the Packers.
Yeah.
Then they got the Bears. Then they got the Ravens. Woo!
First they got the Packers in Lambeau.
I agree with you. We
Then
back
they
on the
got the
same
Bears
page.
in
Detroit's got the worst schedule, bro.
And
You
then,
know who got a cream puff schedule that won their division last year? Look at I was looking at this other day. It was either the Buffalo Bills or Kansas City. What is the Buffalo Bills schedule outside of playing the Ravens? I mean, they had a patsy schedule. Look at their schedule.
all right.
Look at the Buffalo Bills. I think they got them a cream puff schedule other than playing the Ravens.
So yeah, week 1 they play the Ravens. Week 2 they play the Jets in New York.
That's a win.
Week 3 they have the Dolphins in
That's a win.
Buffalo.
In Buffalo. What's
In
week 4?
In prime time.
What's week 4? So they got the Jets and the Dolphins. Those are easy wins.
Week 4 they have or that might be their bye week.
So who they have in week 5? I know I saw some cream puffs on their schedule, man.
I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss nothing.
And considering the fact that the way the NFL schedules are supposed to be, arranged is that the team that has the best record is supposed to play the toughest competition the next year.
Guess what? Week 4 they got the Saints at home.
Oh my goodness. Come on, man. Wait, hold up, Jax. They have one tough game opening up the season, and then they got 3 straight cream puffs. Tell me if that's not rigged.
And then week 5, they have the Patriots at home also.
Oh, come on, man. Out of their first 5 games, they got 4 cream puffs.
And then week 6, the Bills play the Falcons.
Oh, come on, man.
In Atlanta.
They first 6 games, if you didn't know any better, you would have thought that they finished dead last based on their schedule last year.
Yeah.
There's no way they should have that kind of cream puff schedule, man. And Josh Allen coming off an MVP. Tell me that ain't rigged.
A fluke MVP.
Exactly. All right, man.
Also,
I'm so disappointed, man. I'm so disappointed.
Can we talk about the best games of each week of the season?
All right, yeah, man. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's wrap up the show. Let's talk about it.
The best game of week 1, as we know, is the Ravens Bills.
Okay, who you got? So here's what we got to do. I got the Ravens, bro.
Yeah. No. I got the Bills. It's in Buffalo.
All right. So we got to get recorded. So so week 1, I got the Ravens. We're gonna see what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep our wins and losses for the season. Who's the best, predictor. So week 1, I got the Ravens. You got the Bills. All right. Marquee week number 2. What's the marquee game? What's the marquee game for week 2?
Chiefs Eagles.
Chiefs Eagles.
In
I'm going
Kansas
with the
City.
Eagles.
I'm also going with the Eagles.
All right, so we both got the Eagles. Marquee game week 3.
Lions Ravens.
Lions Ravens. I'm going with the Ravens.
I'm going with the Ravens also.
What? You not being a homer?
It's in Baltimore.
Oh my goodness. Jack's voting against the home team?
It's in Baltimore.
All right, week 4. What's the marquee game?
Week 4. Oh, Ravens Chiefs.
Ravens Chiefs. Where they playing at?
Also in Kansas City.
You know what? Man, I hate to vote against my guy. I got to go with the Chiefs. Who you taking?
I'm also going with the Chiefs.
You go with the Chiefs? Nah, I'm pulling for the Ravens, but I know how them refs are with Patrick Mahomes at home.
Ooh, there's a
Week
lot
5.
of good games. Week 5, there's a lot of good games. I don't even know.
But we
what
only can pick
do.
one. We only can pick one.
All right, I'm gonna name you them, and I'm gonna see which ones are better. Commanders Chargers, Lions Bengals, Broncos Eagles, and Ravens Texans.
I'm going to say Lions versus who are they playing?
Bengals.
Lions versus Bengals. You know why? 2 high-powered offenses. Where are they playing at?
In Cincinnati.
Okay, so you want to make that our marquee pick?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lions versus the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Give
I'm
me
gonna
the
have to go.
Lions.
I'm going with Joe Burrows.
Give me the Lions.
All right, you're taking the Lions. All right, so week 5, you got the Lions. I got the Bengals. Week 6.
Week 6. We got Lions Chiefs, and also in Kansas City.
Okay, Lions Chiefs. What other games we got? I'm sure we got to have another marquee game.
For week 6.
Yeah.
We got Ravens Rams.
Give me some teams playing against each other. We got anything? Pittsburgh versus the Browns or Pittsburgh versus Cincinnati?
Divisional games?
Yeah, any divisional big games playing. So right now you said Lions Chiefs. I like that, but it's got to be another game is more marquee than Lions Chiefs. Because that's not a rivalry.
There's Eagles Giants, there's 49ers Buccaneers, but that's not a rivalry. There's Steelers Browns.
Oh, there we go. Where's that game at?
In Pittsburgh.
Okay, well, let's flip a coin. I'm saying either Steelers, Browns, or man, what was the one you said?
Lions Chiefs. There's also Bengals Packers.
Ooh.
Not divisional.
Yeah, but you got two good quarterbacks. Where's that game at? Is that in Lambeau?
Yeah, that's in Lambeau.
Okay, let's go with that one.
We should do that one.
Let's go with that one. All right, I'm taking Joe. What month is that? Is it cold weather yet?
I don't know.
What month? What's the date on it? What's the date on it? Is that October, November?
It's October 12th.
Okay, it won't be any snow. All right, Bengals against the Packers. Woo! If Joe Burrow's getting to the playoffs, that's a must-win game. I'm going with the Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals over the Pack. Ooh, that's gonna be a great game there, buddy. Both of those guys got to win. All right, week 7.
Week 7, we got Steelers Bengals.
Woo! That's the game. You ain't got to say no more. Steelers Bengals. Where is that at? Is that at Heinz Stadium?
Hold on. I think I just lost
That's the game right there, buddy. Come on. Remember last year, the first game, Russell Wilson put it on the Bengals. They put up 38 on them. Where's that game being played at?
Oh, just lost it.
That's the game right there, buddy. That's a must win for both of those teams. Week 7. Depending on where they're playing, that's going to determine who I'm choosing.
For who? Steelers, Bengals?
Yep. If they playing in Pittsburgh, I'm going with the Steelers. If they playing in Cincinnati, I'm going with the Bengals. Come on, you the young guy. You supposed to be able to pull that stuff up quickly.
It's loading like it's slow.
Don't let the old guy beat you to the schedule.
Mine's isn't even loading. Like,
this is when we got to get our producer. Let me see here.
all right. It's in Cincinnati.
Okay. I'm taking Joe Burrows. Week
I'm
7.
taking the Steelers.
You just taking the Steelers because of DK Metcalf in Cincinnati?
Yes, in Cincinnati. Monday.
All right, man. All right. Week 8. What do we have? Week 8.
Week 8. We have Commanders, Chiefs.
Woo! Oh, I love it.
But guess what? It's
I'm
also
taking the Redskins. I don't care where they playing at. Who you taking? Where they playing at?
In Kansas City.
Who you taking? I'm taking Jaden Daniels.
The Commanders. They got to lose one game at home.
All right, so we both taking Jaden Daniels.
Yep.
All right, week 9.
Oh, Vikings, Lions.
Oh yeah.
In Motor City, but there's also Bears, Bengals, and Chiefs, Bills.
Woo! Chiefs, Bills, brother. Where's that game at?
That game is in Buffalo.
I'm taking Josh Allen.
I am also taking Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills to get the victory over the Chiefs.
All right. So Bills, Chiefs, we're both taking the Bills. Week 10.
Week 10. We got the Ravens, Vikings. We got the Lions, Commanders.
Ooh.
We got the 49ers and Rams, and the Eagles and Packers, and Steelers and Chargers.
Ooh, man. Oh, man. Ooh. And that's going to be games that matter. Oh, man.
I think we should vote on Lions.
Which one is the Monday night game? Which one is the Monday night game? The
Monday night game is Raiders Broncos.
Dude, that's an old school rivalry, brother.
And then
which game do you think we should take?
I don't know. I'm in between Eagles Packers and Lions Commanders. Because the Eagles Packers game is November 10th. It's November 10th in Lambeau.
But you know what?
At 8:15.
But you know what? Your Lions got something to prove. Where's that game at?
In Washington.
You know what? All right, let's literally flip a coin. It's either we're gonna take the Lions Commanders or the Eagles Packers. Let's flip a coin. You got a coin? Let's flip a coin. I think I got a coin around here somewhere. We don't hardly use coins anymore. But we gotta man, I thought I had a coin. You have a coin?
Hold on. I'm pretty sure I got one around here.
All right, let's flip a coin to call which game we're gonna use as the marquee. Either Lions, Skins, or Eagles, Packers. Oh man, those are
Oh,
both two great games.
I don't got a coin, but I got this.
All right, what's on the other side of it? All right, all right. You
The Lions side,
Lion side,
Lions. This
right?
side,
All right,
Blues.
all right. Flip it, flip it. Wait. If it lands on the Lion side, it's the Lions versus the Commanders.
Yeah, but it landed on Eagles and Packers.
All right, go ahead. Flip it. We got to see it. Don't cheat. Flip it.
It landed on Lions.
All right. So, Lions versus the Commanders in Washington. I'm taking a repeat victory with Jaden Daniels.
I am picking the Lions.
That don't surprise me. All right, week 11.
Week 11,
What we
Commanders,
got?
Dolphins, Bears, Vikings,
Woo! Bears Vikings. Is that Soldier Field?
Steelers, Bengals,
Woo!
Rams, Seahawks,
Woo!
Chiefs, Broncos.
All right, tell you what, we haven't chosen a Seahawks game, even though I would take the Bears game. Let's go with the Seahawks.
But hold on. Even though I wanted the Seahawks, there's Lions, Eagles.
What's the where at?
And Philly.
I honestly don't think that's going to be a competitive game, to tell you the truth. I think that's Philly beating down Detroit. So I think who's going to have more at risk? You got to look at this is week 11.
I think if we're talking about more at risk, I got Bengals, Steelers. Because this is their second matchup right here.
I know. However, we already chose Bengals Steelers earlier in the season. I gotta believe the Rams versus the Seahawks are gonna be battling out for the division. You know what I'm saying? Because there's always it went down to the last week last year who won the division, if I'm not mistaken, last year.
Yeah, we had the same record.
I think we go with that game just because of that. So where's that game played at?
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Okay. So Rams versus the Seahawks. I'm gonna go with my Seahawks because I'm a homer. However, I don't believe that they'll beat the Rams, but I'm going with the Seahawks. Who you choosing?
I also got the Seahawks.
All right, cool. All right, week 12.
Week 12, we got Bills, Texans. We got Vikings, Packers.
Ooh,
We got
Vikings.
Steelers, Bears.
Ooh.
We got Cowboys, Eagles.
There we go.
And,
Cowboys, Eagles.
and Buccaneers and Rams.
Cowboys, Eagles. Where's that game being played at?
The Cowboys and Eagles game is in Dallas.
Hey, man, is that on Monday night?
No.
Is that Sunday night football? That's probably a Sunday night football game.
That is the Sunday night football is. But it's probably going to be game of the week because it's at 4:25.
What's the Sunday night and the Monday night football game that week? Because that's week 12. Now we getting into
Sunday
division.
night football game is Buccaneers, Rams.
The Monday night game is Buccaneers Rams?
No, Sunday night.
Sunday night. What's the Monday night football game?
Bills, Texans.
There we go, baby. Bills Texans. Is that in Houston?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm taking the Texans, baby.
I got the Bills.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
How you gonna sit up here and be a traitor, man?
What do you mean be a traitor?
I'm here in H-Town. You gonna go against my team?
The only team I like in Houston is the Rockets. And that's
all right, cool. That night, we're gonna have a gentleman's bet. All right, cool. Week 13. I'm gonna remember that.
We got Packers, Lions, Chiefs, Cowboys, Bengals, Ravens.
Oh, there you go, right there. Did we already have a Bengals Ravens on the list?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Was week 3 was Ravens versus the Bengals? Because we both chose the Ravens.
Let me go back to week 3.
Week 3, we had both of us chose the Ravens.
The Ravens in week 3 played. The Ravens week 3.
think that was the Ravens versus the Bengals.
Ravens week 3 was against Lions.
Okay, so hey, week 13, Ravens versus the Bengals. Where's that game being played, bro? Because that's a divisional game, and the chips are down. Because you talking about 13 weeks in, that's a dogfight. Where's that at?
Let's see.
And that's got to
In,
be Monday
in
night or Sunday
Baltimore.
night football.
Yeah, that's Monday night.
Oh yeah, Monday night.
No,
Where's it at?
Sunday
It's
night
Sunday night. Where's the game at?
in Baltimore.
Hey man, I'm
The
taking the
Ravens are
Ravens in a
playing.
shootout. That's gonna be a
Yeah,
great
I'm
game to
taking a
watch.
Ravens. But also that week there's Eagles Bears.
Yeah, but that ain't gonna be no game, man. Eagles gonna beat the brakes off the Bears. All right,
And
week
also
14.
Seahawks Vikings.
Week 14, baby. We getting down and people got it fighting for playoffs.
There's Cowboys Lions. There's
Mm.
Commanders Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Bears Packers.
But stop right there.
Steelers Ravens.
Woo! Steelers Ravens.
Bengals Bills.
Woo!
Texans Chiefs.
All right, man. We got to flip. We got to do a flip because we
Eagles
get into
Chargers.
divisional. Which two games are gonna be flipping between?
I think Bengals Bills and Ravens
Bengals Bills.
and Ravens Steelers.
All right. What's the flip? What's the blue side? What's the blank side?
Blue side will do Ravens Steelers. Then the other side will do Bengals Bills.
All right. Flip it. Let it flip.
Bengals Bills.
Bengals Bills. Where is it being played at?
And Buffalo.
Ooh, man. Joe Burrow and them got to win. They got a lot to prove this year.
Yeah, a lot to prove.
I'm going for the upset with the Bengals.
I'm going with the Bills because I don't believe in the Bengals defense.
Okay. All right. Hey, but hey, Buffalo gonna have to outscore. Gonna have to outscore them. What is that November football? Or is that December football?
This is December.
Oh baby.
So probably a snow game.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a smash mouth football game. All right, week 15.
It's at 425.
Week 15. What we got?
We got Ravens Bengals in Cincinnati. We got Chiefs Chargers in Kansas City. We got Lions Rams in Los Angeles. We got Packers Broncos in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Vikings Cowboys for
Woo!
football.
I think that Vikings Cowboys game, I think both of those teams are gonna be fighting to try to get into playoff contention. What do you think? Think about it. You got JJ McCarthy, rookie quarterback. You got the Cowboys, always underperform. They both gonna be fighting for their lifelines. I think that's a game to watch. Is that Sunday night football or Monday night football?
Monday.
Hey, they got it on Monday night for a reason. All right, where's the game at? Is that
in Dallas? Give me the Cowboys.
You going Cowboys?
Yep. Even though I love JJ McCarthy from out of Michigan.
You know what? I'm going with the upset. I'm going with the Vikes.
All right.
All right, so you got the Cowboys. All right, week 16 is getting hot, baby. Fighting for playoff position.
Rams Seahawks on Thursday night.
Oh man, let's take that. Rams Seahawks. Where's that at?
But there's also Eagles Commanders.
Woo! Okay. Eagles Commanders, is that Monday night? It's Sunday night or Monday night?
Well, it says to be determined.
Yeah, that means that they're gonna put that on Sunday night football. Let's go with that game. Eagles Commander, where is it played at?
It is, I'm pretty sure it's in Washington.
Man, you know what? That's a flip it for me. Man, who you choosing? Whoo. Man, both those teams gonna be rolling at that time. They both gonna be rolling. And that's a must win because whoever wins, they're gonna be battling for the seed who gets home field advantage. Man, I hate to go against my man Jalen, but I'm gonna have to go with Jaden.
Yeah, I was about to. Yeah, Commanders.
All right, so we both got Jaden Daniels for week 16. All right, week 17. Got to pick somebody on the bubble, somebody who's battling for their life, jobs at stake, head coaching jobs. What we got? Week 17. What we got?
Week 17. Week 17. We got Cowboys Commanders, Vikings Lions, Broncos Chiefs, Texans Chargers, Ravens Packers. Let's see. Eagles Bills. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Eagles Bills.
Eagles Bills. Is that Monday night?
No. 425.
Okay. Eagles Bills. Is
December.
that in Philadelphia?
No. In Buffalo.
Okay. I'm going with the Eagles.
Yeah. I'm going with the Eagles also.
Really? You going with the Eagles, even though the
Yeah.
game's in Buffalo? All right. All right.
Defense.
All right. Week 18, last week, baby. Who we got? Got to be a marquee game. Got to be somebody that we think is going to be on the bubble or trying to get the, home field advantage throughout. They got to play. It's got to be a game that they got to play all their starters.
Week 18. Cardinals Rams, Lions Bears, Seahawks 49ers, Ravens Steelers,
You know what?
Eagles
I think the
Commanders,
Bears are going to be fighting to try to get into the playoffs. What do you think?
Packers Vikings. Yeah, I think so too.
I think the
Um,
Bears are going to be fighting to get into the playoffs. They're going to have must-win situation there. So is that at Soldier Field or is that in Detroit?
That is in Soldiers Field, but I don't think the Lions are going to be playing their starters. Because I think they got the division. So I don't.
Man, we're a little overconfident there, Grasshopper.
I think they got the division
Okay. Well,
forward.
is
But I
that a
feel like
Monday
the
night or a
Bears.
Sunday night football game?
Um,
What's the Monday night football game that last week?
all the games for the last week are to be determined.
They all TBD?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going with the Bears. And I believe that the Lions going to have to play because they're not going to be the Lions of last year. You heard it here. They're going to struggle to get into the playoffs. They're going to make it to the playoffs, but they're not going to be as dominant as they were last year. Because I think after Ben Johnson is gone, their offense is going to take a step back. That's my prediction. All right.
I
Hey,
was gonna
man.
do. I say we should do Commanders Eagles, because I think the Commanders will win that first game of the series. So right now, I feel like they would be each tied at like 12 and
Okay.
5
So tell you what,
or
we'll
12.
have two teams for that week because a lot of teams are going to be fighting for their livelihood. So Eagles versus the Commanders, and
Mhm.
where are they playing at?
And Philly.
All right, so I'm going to take Jalen Hurts in that last game at Philly. Who you got?
I am gonna take. You know what? So last week, give me the Commanders to sweep the Eagles this year.
Are you crazy? Are you crazy, man? You know what they say, Jax? Youth is wasted on youth. There's no way the Eagles are getting swept by the Commanders. It ain't happening here, brother. It ain't happening. But I like your audacity of hope. I love it. All right, so cool. So we got our 18 teams rolling out. We're going to close out the show, man. It's been a great show. You're watching the amazing Dropping Dimes and Stats with DJ and Jax in episode 3, which has been nothing short of epic. So we got our third game preseason coming up. There's going to be a reduction in lineups. This is a very important game, Jax, because we got to get the rosters down to 53. There are going to be a lot of players on the bubble. I think there's going to be some surprising turnouts. There's some people going to get cut that are marquee players. And we hadn't even spoken about the Micah Parsons situation. What's your take? Does he get signed or does he stay sitting out? What's your prediction?
I think it's gonna get signed.
What kind of money you think he's gonna get?
I think he's gonna become a top 3 highest paid defensive player in the league right now.
And I have a prediction to go with that as well. I think Trey Hickerson is going to stay in the Bengals.
Yeah, me too.
I think all the hype, they can't afford to let him out the door, brother.
Yeah, unless they get like 2 first-round picks.
Man, he is a beast. If they let him walk out the door, then most of my Bengals predictions.
Then their playoffs are walking out the door.
Exactly. So my prediction to end the show is that Micah Parsons will be the highest paid defensive player, and Trey Henderson to come right in and surpass him because the Bengals not letting him get out the door. I'm excited. I'm about to go watch the remainder of the Little League World Series games, which is the last game is coming on right now. So, hey, Jax, man, have an amazing week. Thanks again for making episode 3 epic. And make sure, ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, that you like, share, and subscribe and catch the amazing prodigy Jax with the stats while we dropping dimes with DJ and Jax with the stats here live.
And one more thing. My AAUT championship weekend is this Sunday.
Oh yeah. Hey, man. Congratulations to that awesome block that you had that Graham sent over to me, man. You pancaked that dude. Y'all won that game?
Yeah, we won that game 74-6.
What? How many did you score? Did you have a triple-double?
No. I almost had a quadruple-double.
What? You messed around and almost had a quadruple-double?
Yeah, I had 6 blocks, I think 7 or 8 rebounds, and then I had 11 assists, and then I had 15 points.
So you basically outscored the opposition.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You should have sat out after the first quarter, bro. So the championship is championship tournament play, or y'all are in the championship game?
We gotta win the first game to make it to the championship.
Okay. When is the game? When is the game, man?
At 8 in the morning.
On Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay. All right. Make sure I get the live stream to hook up so I can root for you from afar. So y'all heard it here. We come back next week. Jax is gonna be carrying a trophy in the championship. I'm predicting it right here. You heard it first. My man Jax is coming back with the chips, baby. So on behalf of yours truly, DJ the Money Coach, and my main man Jax, you're watching Dropping Dimes and Stats with DJ and Jax. Thank you for your support. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share with everybody. And we had a great time as usual. Bye-bye.
So credit is a necessary function of our society to do anything. So you need to be able to have efficient access to credit, which is other people's money.
So if you practice in the pack and you make mistakes, then when you ask your teacher what I do wrong here, she could tell you, and you go and take the test and you won't make those same stupid mistakes. So rehearse, plan, rehearse. And once you plan and once you rehearse, you're gonna go out, and the next step is to take that step and take action.
But technically, since you have access to other people's money, wouldn't that put you in debt?
It does. It does put you in debt. But there's a such thing as good debt and bad debt. So, and that was actually a great question.
Hi, my name is Dina from the All Stars Money Program. The All Stars Money Program is a great program. It teaches you about things you wouldn't learn in school. 2 of the things I learned is assets and investments. When I grew up, I want to be a business owner, and the program helped me understand the things I have to go through to have my business.
You ever wondered what it feels like to disconnect from the world and just live in paradise? Here we go. This is our property in Zanzibar, Tanzania, one of the most exotic and coveted locations in the world. full of one of the last places you can actually eat, drink, and consume organically. Got our lovely reception area. And take a look at the landscape and all of the real plants, trees, fruits, and vegetables, and everything you need to live a happy life. So here at Escape to Zanzibar, we help you escape to paradise and bliss and peace, to reset and redirect where you want your life to go. So hey, don't just take my word for it. Come experience it yourself. I'll see you soon.